I'm talking about Anheuser-Busch. The Busch family sold it.
Right.
You got $30 billion.
But they didn't sell the whole thing.
That's not what they said on the news.
Well,
The German company has 49%, and this is the reason why. This is simply how the vendor actually told me. He said this comes through corporate, any vendor, anybody that distributes their beer outside of a gas station or a restaurant got this memo, and he showed me the memo. Which, honestly, in not so many words, said, think about it. What's the most consumed beer in America? Bud Light, right? It's even with Yuengling being on fire like it is, Bud Light's still got a chokehold on the market. What more can Bud Light do in North America or in the Western Hemisphere? What is it? What is it for Budweiser to do? There's nothing. So Budweiser had to move out. But Budweiser can't just come knocking on the fucking door. You know, somebody's got to invite them to the party over in Europe because they all hate us over there.
That's
Because of people like fucking Snooki.
They drink their beer warm in Germany.
Well, that's a German beer. That's a lager. There's another thing too. That was the table moving, not Josh farting, by the way. There's no way Josh
I wasn't sure.
would make that kind of noise.
I was going to say, he's no virgin.
Right.
I'm no loose-pussied hoe either.
But, I saw a commercial that's really deceiving for Yuengling. I don't know if you've seen it or not. They put the fucking pints of beer in a row, and Yuengling's darker than all the rest of them. And the guy says, how easy is it to spot a Yuengling light lager among other light beers? And the bartender, you can't see his face, but he just points at the dark beer. Okay, that's why. Yuengling's a lager. Bud Light and Miller Lite aren't lagers.
They're Pilsners.
They're Pilsners. Now, Budweiser and Miller are lagers, and that's why they have a darker tone. But these are Pilsner beers. They're meant to be lighter. They're made with lighter material, lighter ingredients, I should say, like I'm building a fucking house. So a little tricky advertising there for Yuengling. Now, Yuengling sells a fucking Pilsner too, and I bet I bet it tastes like piss, because everything I've had from Yuengling is fucking horrible except for Chesterfield. And Chesterfield's fucking expensive.
I like Yuengling lager as long as it's been kept cold.
I don't like it.
If it ever had the chance to get warm, forget it.
Boy, that black and tan, fucking, I about puked black and tan. That's fucking what that was.
Well, black
I
and
had the
tan
ones that
is
was
like
nasty.
Guinness.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind Guinness. I mean, every once in a while I like beer I have to chew.
I used to have to clean taps for Guinness products, and let me tell you, that's some nasty shit.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure when it builds up in there. I've had to clean, like, just regular Budweiser lines. Like, clean the whole line with that little compound shit they'll give you.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what kind of buildup shit like Guinness can do.
Guinness is horrible.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about something more interesting than the fucking beer. Because, in all honesty, unless you actually enjoy beer as a beer, it's not very fucking interesting to talk about.
Well, some people are connoisseurs of beer. That's why they have home brews and all that crap.
And to anybody listening to this show or watching this video now, if you have a microbrewery or something, hit my fan page up with the address or your website or something, man. I love trying new beers.
Send them to Willie, and he'll try them, and if he likes them, he'll talk about them on air for free.
If I like them, not only will I talk about them for free, I'll fucking buy a couple cases off of you. Just send me a bottle of beer, and I'll put it in the fucking freezer or whatever. Maybe my electric bill won't be paid that month.
Don't cut yourself short, man. Send him at least a six-pack, so if he likes it, he can at least enjoy it.
Well, you send me one, and then I'm like, holy shit, I gotta get another one.
Well, they send you a six-pack.
Well, fine, whatever. Fine.
Unless it's like 20% alcohol
Quit
per
pissing
beer.
in his Cheerios.
Really?
Let the man talk.
For fuck's sake, I woke up this morning and I said, oh my God, there's a message in my alphabets that says, ooh. It's a Cheerios. I love throwing a random Family Guy line right there.
Uh-huh. Did you see the story I posted about Edna's life on the...
She's going to be off probation soon. So, she'll at least be able to make a couple appearances, you know.
By phone?
Well, I said we'd probably get her here. Like around March or something. Or, you know, whatever.
That'll be interesting for our YouTube viewers.
Edna? Oh, that one lady.
Edna Grievous.
You can talk about the old black lady we used to have on the show. She's cool with it.
I thought you said she was dead.
I say that to get Mike to stop talking about her.
Well, anyway, I posted this on our fan page for those of you who haven't seen it. It's the story of how Edna Grievous earned her fortune. Edna walks into the Royal Bank of Canada one morning with a purse full of money. She wanted to open a savings account.
She earned a fortune, but she already had a purse full of money.
Listen. She insisted on talking to the president of the bank because she said she had a lot of money. And after many lengthy discussions, after all, the client is always right, an employee took the elderly woman to the president's office. The president of the bank asked her how much she wanted to deposit. She placed her purse on the desk and said $165,000. The president was curious and asked her how she had been able to save so much money. The elderly woman replied with a smile that she made some bets. The president was surprised and asked, "What kind of bets?" The woman replied, "Well, I bet you $25,000 that your testicles are square." The president started to laugh and told Edna that it was impossible to win a bet like that. And the woman never batted an eye as she told the president, "Would you like to take my bet?" And he said, "Certainly, I'll bet you $25,000 my testicles are not square." She said, "Done. But given the amount of money involved, if you don't mind, I'd like to come back tomorrow at 10 in the morning with my lawyer as a witness." The president said, "No problem." That night, he checked in the mirror several times just to make sure there's no way they could be mistaken for square. He moved around, checking every angle.
Now we've got Josh's attention because we're talking about jostling testicles.
The whole time I'm thinking, I could have done that.
And the next morning, exactly 10 o'clock, Edna's back at the bank with her lawyer and acknowledged the $25,000 bet made the day before, that the president's testicles were square. The president confirmed that the bet was made, and the elderly woman asked him to drop his pants. And so he did. And the president was there pantless, and she said to him, she got up close and got a better look and said, "Do you mind if I can touch them? I just want to verify." And he said, of course. Given the amount of money involved, you should be 100% sure. And Edna bent over and started touching his balls with a little smile on her face. And suddenly, the president of the bank noticed that the lawyer was banging his head against the wall. And he asked Edna why he was doing that, and she just said, "Oh, it's probably because I bet him $100,000 that by 10 o'clock in the morning today, I'd be holding the balls of the president of the Royal Bank of Canada." And that is how Edna makes her money.
I'm glad to see she's fucking slick
She's
like
a
that.
smart lady. I like her.
I just
I
got a
can't
brilliant
take credit.
idea.
That was borrowed from an email that was forwarded to me by a listener. I do believe she wants to keep it anonymous. Some people are afraid of our reputation. I don't know why.
Give her a code name.
Our reputation.
Lori.
There we go.
It's either Lori, Laura, or Lauren. That's the only females we ever had other than Georgia, and then she abandoned us.
Never coming back.
Where did old Georgia go?
Never coming back. There's a song somewhere, and I can't remember what it is.
She's gone. She went back to Minnesota.
She says she's coming back for Lowe's birthday, but only to visit.
Yeah.
I'd actually come back for that.
Yep, doubt it.
It's a shame.
She better. I'm totally not above kicking a girl in the vagina, even if I'm friends with them.
Nothing like a cunt butt to say I love you.
No, cunt punt when no's not enough.
Probably about this time next week when this is airing on the download site, we're going to have our new site up and running, 420hour.com, where you can get to the downloads easy from that site. You can look at bio pages of me, Willie, and Lo, and all kinds of
And as soon
information.
as
It's always fun.
as soon as Glad drops their lawsuit against us, we'll give Josh a page too.
Josh must have a contact list because he keeps forgetting to move the camera.
I'm a little confused about the glad comment. I am. I'm not going to lie. I'm not getting it. So if you could elaborate on that.
I was just making a joke that we can't post anything of you because the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Discrimination has said that we discriminate against you because we call you a queer. And I thought that it would be a little nugget of comedy gold that we could roll with for 4 or 5 minutes, but apparently you three are not on your, hey, let's fucking attack it like fucking pit bulls on a toddler game tonight, and so I had to drop it like a hot potato.
I was unaware of the gay and lesbian attack and destroy lines or whatever it is.
There, you don't know about Glad?
I thought you were talking about garbage bags.
What?
I knew what you were talking about.
I didn't. So, but yeah.
I really like it when
I'm aware of the
I
Rainbow
get what you're
Coalition,
saying and
but-
no one else does.
Right.
Because
that
you're a
makes-
girl. And you shouldn't, you know. Men should be smarter than you. But
Glad must be like the militant.
please film her how pissed she is.
Is Glad the militant
Would
gay
you-
and lesbians?
Would you like to make a comment?
Because I know of the Rainbow
rebuttal?
Coalition and stuff.
Any kind of slam back?
You want to, you know you do.
Don't get mad.
Stop-
Get glad.
stop.
Right in the ass.
This is the same. This is the entire reason why I use 1952 logic against Lowe. Because as soon as she says something like, "Well, you're a girl, you don't count," and she gets all pissed.
Yeah.
Tell him you're more man than he'll ever dream of being. Kind of like my
No.
brother's more woman than you'll ever be.
It's okay, because he's just mad that I can get more pussy than he can.
Well, that's not very fucking
Yeah, but
hard
you
when you go
waste
swinging
it.
around with a bunch of skank whores every day.
I don't have
Hey,
girlfriend.
I am not a skank whore.
Oh, were you talking about him?
Exactly.
You got it.
I live with him.
It's not my fault that I have standards. Sorry. Excuse the fuck out of me, miss. I'll fuck anything that walks and buys me a drink.
I'll buy you a
They
drink.
have to buy
Will
for
you
two.
buy me a drink?
I'll buy you a drink.
Oh.
It's a minimum. It's a 2-drink minimum to get that pussy.
4.
I'm gonna buy her a bottle so she don't remember.
You're greedy in your old age.
Yeah?
And I say old age because you only have so many years before it just doesn't work for you anymore.
Shit starts sagging.
Then you start to look like people that, I'm not going to name by name, but you know who I'm talking about down by the 8 that used to come in and all try and look 20 years younger than they
Oh,
were.
God. Red hair?
Wow. Yeah, we went there. Okay, check
Yeah,
it.
he took it there.
I tried really hard to not ever think about her again.
Oh, God, and I still run into her all the time, and she acts like we're best fucking friends, and I'm
Yeah.
like, bitch, you're old enough to be my mother. Go away.
Do I know who you're talking about?
No.
Shoot,